The old cemetery stood on a hill. Forgotten and forlorn, it was a place where time seemed to stand still. The air was thick with the scent of damp earth and decaying leaves, a reminder of the passage of time and the inevitability of death. Weathered tombstones stood like broken teeth, whispering secrets to the wind. Each stone told a story, a life once lived, now reduced to a name and a date, slowly being reclaimed by nature. The iron gates groaned, a warning to those who dared to enter. They creaked open slowly, as if reluctant to reveal the mysteries within. Shadows danced in the corners, and the air was thick with an eerie sense of history. The cemetery was a place of stories whispered by the wind, etched into the stone. Each gust of wind seemed to carry the voices of the past, telling tales of love, loss and longing. Stories of lives lived and lost. The gravestones stood as silent witnesses to the passage of time, each one a testament to a life that once was, now remembered only by the inscriptions carved into the stone. Some said the cemetery was haunted by the souls who rested there, their whispers carried on the breeze. On quiet nights, one could almost hear the faint murmurs of the departed, a haunting reminder of the thin veil between the living and the dead, a symphony of whispers from beyond the grave. The wind carried their voices, creating a haunting melody that echoed through the cemetery, a reminder that even in death, stories continue to be told. Three friends, Max, Lily and Sam, stood at the gates of the old cemetery, their faces illuminated by the dim glow of the setting sun. The air was thick with anticipation and a hint of fear. They dared each other to enter, each one trying to mask their own trepidation with bravado. "Come on, it's just an old cemetery," Max said, trying to sound confident. The cemetery called to them, like a ghost story waiting to be told. The ancient tombstones and twisted trees seemed to whisper secrets of the past. Max, the bravest of the three, pushed open the creaking gate. The sound echoed through the still night, sending shivers down their spines. The hinges sang a mournful song, as if warning them to turn back. But the thrill of the unknown was too enticing to resist, but curiosity outweighed their fear. They exchanged nervous glances, each one silently agreeing to move forward. Lily and Sam followed closely behind, their hearts pounding in their chests. Every rustle of leaves and distant hoot of an owl made them jump. The setting sun cast long shadows, making the cemetery feel even more eerie. The once familiar world now seemed like a different realm. They walked deeper into the cemetery. The air grew colder and the sense of being watched intensified with every step. The whispers seemed to grow louder, as if the cemetery itself was speaking to them. It was as if the spirits of the past were trying to communicate, urging them to uncover the mysteries hidden within. They stopped by an ancient oak tree, its branches twisted and gnarled like the fingers of a skeletal hand. The whispers seemed to be coming from the tree. "Do you hear that?" Lily whispered, her eyes wide with fear. "It's just the wind," Max said, trying to sound brave. But even he felt a shiver run down his spine. They listened closely. The whispers seemed to form words they couldn't quite make out. But they felt a presence there, something unseen watching them. Section 4. The Truth in the Shadows. As the moon rose higher in the sky, the shadows grew longer and deeper. One shadow, darker than the rest, stretched out from behind the oak tree. It seemed to beckon them closer. Max, Lily and Sam exchanged nervous glances. They felt an unexplainable pull towards the shadow, as if it held the answer to the mystery of the whispers. They cautiously approached the shadow, their hearts pounding in their ears. As they drew closer, the shadow began to take shape. Section 5. A Friend in the Shadows. To their surprise, the shadow transformed right before their eyes. It was a moment of pure astonishment as the dark, eerie figure began to change shape and form. It wasn't a monster or a ghost, but a small, friendly-looking cat. The transformation was so unexpected that it took a moment for them to process what they were seeing. Its eyes glowed in the moonlight, casting a gentle, ethereal light around them. The cat meowed softly, a sound that was both comforting and familiar. The sound was familiar, like the whispers they had heard before. These whispers had once filled them with dread, but now they seemed different. But now it sounded warm and welcoming. The atmosphere around them shifted, filled with a sense of peace and comfort. The cat rubbed against their legs as if to say, "Don't be afraid." It was a gesture of friendship, a silent promise that they were not alone. The whispers, they realized, weren't meant to scare them, but to guide them to this unlikely friend. They had been led here for a reason, to find companionship in the most unexpected form. The children learned a valuable lesson that night. They discovered that fear often comes from the unknown, and understanding can transform that fear into something beautiful. Sometimes, the things that seem scariest are often the most misunderstood. What we fear might just be something we haven't taken the time to understand. And sometimes, the greatest friendships come from the most unexpected places, even in a cemetery, where whispers dance among the shadows. In the end, they found that even in the darkest places, light and friendship can be found.